Most people missed this because it did not come with a press conference, a headline banner, or a loud announcement. It happened quietly, inside routine-looking business moves, but for those who understand how global finance really works, it raised eyebrows immediately. A major international bank does not adjust its footprint in a country by accident, and when that country is Iraq, and the currency involved is the Iraqi dinar, it is worth slowing down and paying attention. Today we are going to walk through what is actually changing, why it matters, and what it does and does not mean for dinar holders. No rumors, no secret dates, just clear signals, realistic expectations, and practical steps you can take right now. Over the last several weeks, one of the largest financial institutions in the world has been expanding and refining its involvement with Iraq's financial system. These are not social media claims. These are documented business actions. When a bank of this size moves, it does so for reasons tied to infrastructure, compliance, and future transaction demand. Big banks are not speculators. They are the plumbing of the global financial system. They prepare long before money moves. They test systems. They build compliance pathways. They align with regulators. That preparation stage is boring to the public, but it is where real financial shifts begin. For Iraqi dinar holders, this matters because any legitimate large-scale currency event requires banks that are ready to process it. Not just to talk about it, but to verify notes, validate ownership, move liquidity, and settle transactions across borders. None of that happens overnight, and none of it happens without preparation. Preparation does not mean a revaluation is guaranteed. It does not mean rates are locked in. It does not mean tomorrow. What it does mean is that serious institutions are treating Iraqi currency-related flows as something that may need to be handled, not ignored. Here is what preparation actually looks like inside a bank. Systems are updated so they can recognize specific currency message formats. Compliance teams refine workflows to meet anti-money laundering and identity rules. Secure logistics are tested for physical currency handling. Correspondent banks coordinate liquidity channels. These are quiet steps, but they are essential. Without them, nothing moves. If you hold Iraqi dinar, your role in this is not to panic or chase rumors. Your role is to be ready. Real processes always start with verification. Banks care about three things above all else: authentic notes, documented ownership, and clean compliance. That means your preparation matters just as much as institutional preparation. Gather every receipt, bank record, or proof of purchase you have. Create a clean list of serial numbers. Take clear photos or scans of both sides of each note and store them securely offline. Do not rely on memory. Do not wait for an announcement to get organized. High denomination and rare notes will face extra scrutiny. That is normal. Those notes attract counterfeit risk, so banks look closer. If you have them, your paperwork needs to be airtight. Security is another piece many people overlook. Physical currency attracts attention. Do not post images of your notes online. Do not share serial numbers in public forums. If you ever need to transport notes, use insured professional services or coordinate directly with a licensed bank. Always get written receipts. Always deal through verified channels. Digital security matters too. Scammers watch these moments closely. Fake emails, fake bank contacts, and fake success stories multiply when interest rises. No legitimate bank will ask you to pay upfront fees to process your currency. None. If someone asks for money to unlock, reserve, or fast-track an exchange, walk away. Timing is where most people get emotional. Preparation by banks can last months or even years. Sovereign decisions involve central banks, governments, regulators, and international partners. That coordination does not move on social media timelines. Patience is not passive. It is active readiness without desperation. The most dangerous mistakes happen when people feel rushed. It is also smart to plan beyond the exchange itself. Large conversions can trigger tax reporting and legal obligations depending on where you live. Talk to a qualified tax professional ahead of time. Understand reporting thresholds. Keep every document. Surprises after the fact are expensive. If a formal process ever opens, it will follow a structured path. Official announcements, defined intake windows, strict verification, compliance checks, funds released only after everything clears. That is how real finance works, not through secret phone calls or private groups. Community discussion can be helpful, but it must be filtered. Use it to learn procedures, not to chase promises. Verify everything through official bank channels. If a claim cannot be confirmed independently, treat it as noise. The most valuable asset you have right now is your mindset. Calm beats excitement. Organization beats urgency. Skepticism beats hope-driven decisions. The Dinar story has lasted this long because it has tested patience. Letting emotion take control at the wrong moment is how people lose money. Here is what you can do today. Inventory your notes. Organize documentation. Secure storage. Identify licensed banks and their official contact information. Set personal rules. No upfront fees. No secrecy. Everything in writing, and stay informed through verified sources only. If institutional preparation continues, those who are organized will move smoothly. Those who are not will scramble. The difference will not be luck, it will be readiness. If this breakdown helped you think clearly instead of emotionally, subscribe. This channel focuses on practical analysis, not hype. Share this with other holders so they can protect themselves and prepare properly. We will continue tracking real developments and explain them plainly when they happen. Stay calm, stay organized, and remember, in finance, preparation always beats panic.